hostile or vulgar. A refusal to see a staff member based on stating any opposition to their claimed gender or their prospective patient's body language and tone of voice. I'm sorry, do we live in a big boy world or not? Let me get this straight. You're going to deny somebody potentially life-saving treatment because they give you the SADS? So much for do no harm. Internist at Custom Care Medical, Dr. Frank Contessa, and professor of medicine at Stanford University, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya. This is absolutely insane, Dr. Jay.
I mean, I think it's so important that that medicine be entirely apolitical. That it should, I mean, and you know, we have an ethical obligation to treat everybody, even people that we find unpleasant. We have to treat, and give the best possible care to. And once that stops happening, once people think to themselves, "Oh gosh, my politics matter," people will stop trusting doctors. A lot of bad harm will happen as a result of this. It's so short-sighted; it just boggles the mind, Carl.
But Dr. Frank, the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm. You both know it better than I do. But like, here's the problem: is do I have to start searching the political affiliation of my doctor? And does that firefighter not go into the house if the homeowner is a registered Democrat to save them? I mean, like, where does this end if they go down this road?
Oh, that's a great point, Carl. And, you know, this story is disturbing to me on so many levels. You know, the idea of, sure, we'd love to help you, you know, as long as we like you and you're not a jerk. You know, I did my residency training in the Bronx. I spent 3 years working in the emergency rooms on the floors in a busy urban hospital.
I bet that was a walk in the park, right?
Well, you know, not everybody who came in was sweet and charming and polite. You know, we had our share of rough around the edges patients, and you take care of people no matter what. I've worked in hospitals with prison wards where you have people in from the prisons who need medical care. You have to be locked in each way when you go in. Yeah. We take care of those people no matter who they are, whether they're jerks, whether they're criminals. When you take the oath as a doctor, you take care of people no matter what.
That's crazy. It's like you can't cut off power and utilities and things like that to people because of political affiliations or for any reason. That's a mandate. I can't believe that they're even considering this. And I thought the big talking points for liberals that everybody in the country, Dr. J, deserves the best access to health care. Remember this?
Our health care law was the right thing to do. We're going to move forward and help every American make sure they feel some security when it comes to health care.
Health care is a basic human right.
Here's a radical idea. The function of health care should be to provide quality care to every man, woman, and child as a right.
Dr. J, my whole take with this and my problem with it is that healthcare being a right would actually, it's a service, so it would actually enslave people like yourselves, be mandating to provide that. But at the same time, I don't think it should be excluded.
I mean, I think the fight is over how extensive minimum levels of care ought to be. Like someone with cancer, we try to, like, if you have someone with a heart attack, if they can't pay, you still take care of them. I mean, that's part of the law of the country. This is called law called EMTALA, for instance, passed under Ronald Reagan. So the fight is over how much. But the issue here is even more basic than that, Carl. What you have is hospitals saying we're going to judge you based on like how you how like your political stance or indicators of your political stance. That's just not right. Yeah. It's deeply, deeply wrong, and it makes people distrust doctors.
Well, the irony is that in a hospital where, you know, they do medical things with science and stuff, if they're going to call someone the wrong pronoun, they should be the first people to know that boys can't be girls. But take a listen to the chief medical officer, Dr. Frank, of the hospital who broke all this down in some weird way.
Everyone should expect a safe, caring, and inclusive environment in all our spaces. Our Patient and Visitor Code of Conduct helps us meet this goal. Words or actions that are disrespectful, racist, discriminatory, hostile, or harassing are not welcome and will not be tolerated.
It sounds like someone has a gun to his head.
You know, Carl, when I watch a doctor like that, I imagine it's what you must feel like when you see the new woke military. Yes. And you say, really, that's what I used to be? That's what it represents now? So that's what I feel when I see a doctor like that. Mm-hmm. Is that who you want taking care of you? I don't think so. And again, it's sure, we'll take care of you as long as we like you.
Right. Yeah, no. Look, bring me back the tenacity of Grey's Anatomy. I know that's a weird reference, but that's my knowledge on doctor stuff. Dr. Frank Contessa, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, Carl.
All right, before we go, it's Friday. Let's have a little fun. We're going to be dunking on some Dems in our Flip Flop Friday segment after the break.